Well, relationships nowadays are becoming more and more complex, and if not nuclear, let's say like this, Forrest Gump's box of chocolates, but if it was radioactive. In this case, Shannon Sharpe, who was caught into entanglement, and this is what is going on. Former NFL star Shannon Sharpe says he's stepping away temporarily from his ESPN duties while he deals with what he called false allegations in a $50 million civil lawsuit. A civil lawsuit, I don't know why it's not a criminal lawsuit, but the fact is, this is the lawsuit. These are assault allegations. Let's use this softer word. Sources close to Shannon Sharpe says his relationship with his assault accuser was purely, quote unquote, a consensual BDSM arrangement. I told you, but these are complicated matters. Allegedly meeting for rough horizontal mambo about 100 times from late 2022 to January 2025. And if you're asking the age of the lady who is on the screen, she must have been around 19 at the time. I have not confirmed this. Sharpe was like in his mid-50s. All right, absolutely not a red flag or creepy at all, of course. They claim she requested acts like choking, collars, and roleplay in alleged texts, including one that said, "I want you to tie me up like this," and let's say, it's like, sweet dreams are made of this. Some of them want to be abused. Yeah, those lyrics, right? We're talking about those lyrics, and well, the texts are much worse than that kind of lyrics. This is going to be a trigger warning because these texts are heavy. Statement by the counsel to Shannon Sharpe. There is some text. Okay, Sharpe's defense is saying that there couldn't have been any assault whatsoever, that everything was consensual. Because the problem is that she is presenting a video out of context in which she is trying to prove that whatever they were doing after 100 times was not consensual. I think that I think that 1 out of 99 times or 99 times throws. I don't know. I'm trying to do the math, but the math ain't mathing. But he's defending himself, saying, I got text messages from her that read things like, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and with it while you are shagging me. Yeah, the kind of stuff. All right. And she also texted, I know you miss this big juicy booty, $25K for each chick. Classy. This lawsuit, filed by Gabriela Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. This is Sharpe's attorney. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe that the video has been heavily edited. All right, because today AI can work for almost anything that you can imagine, and taken entirely out of context. Oh, wait a second. It is either heavily edited or taken entirely out of context. Now, that discrepancy is, I can guess that the video is damned enough. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages that we absolutely did not needed to see, but, well, you're watching it anyway. And in many cases, to prove that it was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual sex continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25K per chick. All right. As quote above from her text message. There are other examples, and the other examples are even worse. Let's buckle up. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I will. Yeah, that's the kind of things that you don't want to. Like baby gravy, that's not something that you want to for Thanksgiving, for example. Another text, I want to put my tongue in your and then marry you. Maybe you can skip the part that you get married and okay, without, all right. Another text, that's my daddy. Shag me, I want you to put a big black baby in me. All right, those texts were raunchy. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. All right, they had their kinks. They had their kinks. And Sharpe is trying to prove that it was consensual because she was asking for it. She was asking for the baby gravy. Oh my God, these messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by her. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexy language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that she secretly taped and showed to Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages that the sexual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes that her secret taping was all part of her plan set up as part of her blackmail scheme as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Yeah, this is F up. It's really F up. This was his response. He essentially just screenshotted the PR team's message to him. My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. Yeah, it's 100 times, despite the age gap. That age gap, he has like twice her age, literally. More than twice her age. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I've received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. And yes, well, the identity and photos of Shannon Sharpe, because she filed the lawsuit as Jane Doe, but everybody knows who is she right now. And we wouldn't be surprised because she is, I think she's an Instagram model, yeah. And she's an OF model as well. I have no proof of that. I haven't verified. But there's a video. There's a video that includes a audio in which Sharpe is heard saying that I'm going to effing choke the ass out of you. All right, so let's hear this.
Anything I say.
Let me check my sound. It's not. All right. Now it's gonna work.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you.
Wait, what's kind of a threat?
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter. I think, well, I'm going to reserve my comments until we have a further proof of stuff. But I'm going to tell you something. I think that Shannon had enough warnings of this kind of stuff in his own show. And the first one was Cat Williams, who was very clear when they were talking about Jonathan Majors. You know that I made a couple of videos about Jonathan Majors. It did not go well for him. He's making a comeback with a movie after being kicked out of Marvel. Maybe he's making a comeback. maybe he's gonna be able to rebuild his career. But this is the things that you have to be wary about.
Want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
All right, so white women and Latinas, yeah. I always remember the joke, you know, the billboard. The joke says it's a fake billboard of, you know, those attorneys that advertise themselves on billboards. Are you married to a Latina? You might be entitled to compensation. That is, I always remember that joke because it's true. It's not, I don't, for her name, Gabriela Zuniga, I think we are talking about a Latina in here. So, well, you know what you were getting into. You knew what you were getting into. And Monique also warned Shannon in his show, and this is so fun too. We were not talking about 26-year-olds or 36-year-olds. We're talking about 19-year-olds. Well, he should have listened to Monique like 100. This was so good. It was so good. But again, that advice is sound, as Rob Coates says. Moral of the story: find a wife and sleep with her and her only. This is ridiculous. You don't know what or whom to believe these days. And well, there are also memes. 50 Shades of Shay. This at the end of the day, I think this only reinforces the rule number one for men nowadays. It's not nowadays. It has been since the dawn of civilization. I mean, there are 2 rules in life for men that men should learn from a very young age. And this is the rule number 1, is you don't stick your dick in crazy. And the rule number 2 is, have you read rule number 1? It's that simple. It's that simple. So you follow those rules, you will save it will save you a ton of burdens and troubles in your life. But you know, I guess that this kind of stuff, this kind of so many ways, it's so many things that guys like this could do to, you know, have a good time. But I guess that they like to live on the extreme, on the fringe. But I would like to know, what do you think about this in the comments? My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and remember to download my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my awesome emails. Much love and bliss.